Zlatan sits at the top of the table with his AC Milan buddies. But what will happen at the end of the season? Well, we're going to take a look back at my original picks and, of course, redo the whole bloody thing. Hi folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today we're taking a look back at my early door picks out in Serie A, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, stop what you're doing, smash the subscribe, get your bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Serie A related. Whoa, football here on the Moruski. That's right, boys and girls. So, of course, way back at the start of August, or around about August, we did make our picks for the Serie A division, and today we're going to look back and see what I did, what I called, and just how far off the money I am. I've been looking forward to this one, but anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. Big shout out to the Patreons. You know who you are, you sexy band of men and women. Yes, supporting the channel behind the scenes. Do appreciate that, guys, from brothers from another mother. If you are interested in joining this band of men and women, check out the link down below, patreon.com/. So here we go, over here to the old to the hub of me, and this is of course sees the channel. Make sure you bang the subscribe, and also check out these links over here. Just hop on over, smash the follows on all of them. Following's free, and it'll keep you bang up to date with all things, because I do go live all over the place. And also, if you want to go at that extra punch to become the latest member of the Patreon gang, there's a link up there as well. So we're going to go here to this badger, which I made back in about 5 months ago, and we're going to revisit my picks. There's been no video magic here. It's all legitimate. We're going to take a little look back at my picks, because you're going to be stunned. You're all going to be bloody stunned when you see this badger and all. Hopefully we'll get this one right, off the money, off the off. So once that blows up, here we go. So he's talking, he's up and running. Let's get into it. Of course, my picks will come up to the side of the real table in the middle, and once it gets going, we will reveal where they all are in the real world. You'll all be plain sailing. He's speaking double fast, so we've got to keep up the heat with him. So hopefully he'll pick it right smack dab in the middle, and then we're going to start with probably 10th, I think, and hopefully we'll be able to reveal where they are. So in 10th, or 11th, sorry, I went Parma. Now Parma are absolutely having a nightmare right now. They're down into 19th. And they could be going down. I can't see any hope with them. They've changed the manager probably twice. I don't even know. I just can't see it. Of course, a decent side, classic Italian team. They're in a lot of bother. And of course, I did anticipate them to be in mid-table. So I got the one a little bit brutally wrong. And I don't anticipate them climbing anywhere near that. If anything, they might just hang on by the skin of the teeth. But to be honest with you, I don't see it. So besides Parma in 11th, what did I pick? I went with into 12th. Back in the day, once he gets his act together and he reveals it, probably likes of a Sampdoria or maybe a Fiorentina, something like that. That's probably what I would have done, thinking about it now. But who have you got? Fiorentina. Huh? Good recollection there. In 11th, so that's pretty much close to the money there. As you can see, the gap between Fiorentina and Parma is what, 8 points. And that might not seem a lot, but it is. It's especially when you're not winning games, and Parma are not winning games right now. So, yeah, not too bad with that Fiorentina pick. I think they're on point. I think they'll end up around about 11th, 12th, something like that. Nothing top 10-ish. Maybe top 10, but that'll be at the extreme level if they're going to be up there, because there's just too many teams at this stage better than them at the moment. So there's no disrespect to Fiorentina. Next, of course, Cagliari. They're not at the best season either. They're down 18th at the moment. I did have them in 13th, of course. They had Dongolan, or whatever his name is, last season, and they were much more better off back then. I don't know if I'm sure it's either that or Bologna. I'm getting mixed up. But yeah, I do anticipate they're one of those teams that just don't go away, and I've had them down as relegation candidates for years. And the season I have them up there in 13th or something like that, they're struggling. I think they will get better. I think they'll grind out the results. They'll get the points on the board, and eventually they'll start to climb the table and get clear of that. And again, there are the likes of Benevento, of course, and Spezia, and of course, there's the other team I can't remember who will be sucked into that. So currently I have Benevento in 14th. They're actually in 12th, level on points with 11th. They've had a good season, they have, and I think they'll have enough in the tank to stick around this year. So Benevento doing good, surprisingly doing very, very good as well, and they've been getting some good results along the way, causing they're an awkward kind of team, and I think for them to survive is great, but next season is where it all matters. The second season syndrome with the likes of Monza looking likely they're going to get themselves promoted, and they're spending money. So into 15th, Udinese was my pick. In the real order is Udinese. They're in 13th, so they're around about on point of where I expected them to be. To be honest with you, I think they will climb. I think they'll get better. They're a different team these days. They're not losing as many games as I felt they lost around about this time last season. So they're holding their own a bit more, and I think they're going to get a little bit better. Maybe even push Fiorentina down a couple of spots. So I think Udinese could be on point to get to 11th. The best. Torino into 16th. They're not having the best season at the moment. And to be honest with you, I think for the sake of Belotti's career, Torino need to go down. They need to go to Serie B. And I love Torino. I love their badge. I love everything about them. But I think for Belotti's career, I think he could easily ply his trade with a team like Fiorentina, like a team like Roma, a team like Lazio, or something like that. A team that's pushing for Europe on a regular basis. He scores regularly. It's a shame to see him being in a relegation dogfight season after season. Next, of course, we have Bologna into 17th. They're actually in 15th at the moment. They're on point as well. I think they could get sucked down a little bit further than that as well, just like Cagliari. But it's the Serie B teams that got promoted last season that are just so they've kind of thrown a bit of a rat's nest in this. One of the teams are struggling, but the two of the three are doing okay and taking scalps along the way. And I think that's what's caused a bit of chaos in this. Crotone, here they are into 18th. They're actually rooted to the foot of the table, especially the team that are causing all kinds of problems. I got mixed up there a little bit, but yeah, just Crotone. And again, in all fairness, a win for Crotone, they're only 3 points off of getting up to 17th. So it's that tight down the foot of the table in a year like any other year, like none other years around Europe. There's chaos going on around these divisions. Look at the Premier League; it's tight. Look in La Liga, what's going on there with the big boys over there. It's absolutely in bedlam at the moment. Genoa. Do you know what I mean? Genoa actually into 14th. They've turned the corner and they're on the climb right now. And I could see them climbing up further up the table as well, even though I did have them tipped to go down to second from bottom. I don't think that's happening this season. I think they're, again, like Bologna, like Cagliari, they always just survive. But I think they'll do better than that this season. And of course, the recent results have me believing that they'll finish comfortably away from the drop zone. And I believe I had Spezia going down here into 20th. And I believe they're into 16th at the moment. Again, they're tight. They're in a touching distance of going in their relegation spots, but have they got enough of the time? Have they got any longevity in the team to stick around and be a pain in the butts for the other side? So yeah, it's difficult. It's tight. I can't really call it. I think 15th and up are safe. I think 16th and down could all get sucked into it. Into 10th place we have Sampdoria. They are actually in 10th. That's my team, of course. Like to see them do very, very well, of course. And right now they're winning more games. Or being at least more stubborn in games recently than in previous seasons. Hopefully Ranieri will manage to get them climbing a little bit further as well, maybe up as high as 8th. That'd be great. I don't know how tight it is. I think they're cut off a little bit from the chasing pack. So they got 4-point cushion over Fiorentina at the moment, so that's good. And I think they're in good shape right now. Sampdoria. It's a 9th as Hellas Verona. They're actually in 9th again. Called it. There is that gap, 4 points between themselves and Hellas Verona. Can they catch it? I don't think so. I think this is a bit of a gap here. Like I said, I think Spezia down. There's a gap, and I think 15th and 10th. They're in their own sort of world, their own little mini table right there, and then Hellas Verona are competing with the teams up to as high as 6th, I think. Sassuolo in 8th. I've got that one close to the money as well. Look at that so far. And again, it's early doors. It is early doors. I don't want to blow my own trumpet or anything like that, but I'm doing all right here. I'm doing all right. You know what I mean? Just the Parma one has kind of thrown it into a bit of bedlam, but it could also the season could turn itself around for Parma. Sassuolo in 8th. They're in a competition between Hellas Verona at the moment. 7th place Roma. Now this might be a little bit wrong. They're up to 3rd at the moment. It is very tight in that race. It's quite an interesting race, not only for the league but also for the top 4 for the Champions League spots. Roma currently doing very, very well for themselves. Lazio last season they were up there, not doing that well this season. Atalanta also having a bit of a nightmare, but again, the points is the difference maker here, and we'll see that eventually unfold. Into 6th place we have Napoli. They currently find themselves in 5th. That's not too far off it. Again, 3 points off a 3rd. The gap between 5th place and 8th is a bit of a gap. There's a 6-point gap there. So you know what? I'll be interested to see the points tally for 7th. As of right now, if it's but yeah, so Napoli in 5th was where they are right now. They're in 6th again. I still think they'll drop off. I think the likes of Atalanta and Lazio might have a little bit more in the tank for them. So Lazio in 5th, I've got them in my eyes was 5th. In the real world, they're 6th, level on points with 5th. But you know what? That's still there. It's still doable for Lazio to get up to 5th, if not better than that. 3 points off a 3rd as well. So woo. Get in their veins, they say. So yeah, doing all right. Yeah, doing all right. Into 7th, I think that's Atalanta. I have them maybe as high as 4th. We'll see. We'll see the what points they have. Is it more closer to 8th? Is it more closer to 6th? We shall see it momentarily. There they are. And 4th was in my eyes. They're actually in 36th again. 3 points away from at least 1 point away from 5th even. And I think in 4th is Juventus, right? I think that's what's going on in the real world. And a lot of people have picked Juve to win it. Not this beautiful specimen right here. No, I'm the exception to the rule. I'm the exception to the rule. Remember, I made these back in August. And again, it could all go wrong. It could all go wrong, and I could look absolutely foolish at the end of it. So, into 3rd area, Internazionale, they currently find themselves in 2nd, but a good 4 points clear of 3rd, and probably even more points away from 4th, which I believe is Juventus, who I did have in 2nd. So, yeah, interesting. I went bold on that, and my rationale for my pick for the champions is a little bit off. It was not, I had Ralf Rangnick. I thought he was coming in as manager for AC Milan, but I just thought the likes of Zlatan's goals, the revitalization of Milan at the back end of the season was the clue to what they were going to be, and of course here we go into 4th is Juventus in the real world, or in my eyes they were going to be in 2nd. I just didn't fancy Pirlo coming in from out of nowhere, first managerial job of such cutthroat, for him to come in ready and prepared and ready to take it on. Whereas, the experienced managers of Conte, the experienced managers of like I said, the gaffers who was at AC Milan and Lazio and Roma. Yes, Juventus have the tools. They have Ronaldo and all that kind of stuff. They've got a lot of ingredients, but and he is a general. A midfield general, and of course, but has he got the managerial know-how to guide them? I think he will do, and I hope that Juventus give him time. But I think, yeah, like I said, AC Milan are my tip for the title, when they were back in August. Are they going to be my tip for the title right now? It's only 2 points adrift at the moment for Internazionale. You know what? Conte is an experienced man. Of course, they have got a really good team on their hands. And of course, the gap between Juventus in 4th and Milan in 1st is 7 points. Is that too far for Juventus to go? Probably. But anyway, that's what, of course, I made back in the day. This is what I think will happen this season. I think Crotone are going to go down with Spezia. Yes, I do. Torino also will go down. And hopefully, in Belotti's eyes, he'll get the move to a team like Sampdoria. It'll be tremendous. I'll be absolutely in bits if he goes there, but I don't think he will. He might be pushing for likes of Lazio or Roma or even a Napoli, depending on who's looking for a new striker. Milan, of course, my tip for the title, and I'm going to keep to that. I think Juventus will end up in 3rd. Of course, that's a drop from 2nd to 3rd, and Internazionale will be in 2nd, pretty much as you were. Napoli will hold on for 4th in the end. That's just my picks. Do you think I'm right, or do you think I'm absolutely mad to, of course, not back course, Juventus. But be sure to get your own picks in, of course, down below, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you get your picks in the old comment section, and we'll do it all again. We'll revisit this. And, of course, we keep up to date with Serie A on the channel, so make sure you smash the subscribe, smash the thumbs up as well. And, of course, if you want to go with that extra punch, you become the latest member of the Patreon gang. Check out the link, patreon.com/. down below. But anyway, until then, though, I'll let you get out of here. Be sure to be safe out there. Get your picks in, of course. Let me know what you think will happen out in Serie A. But until then, though, I'll see you all next time.